People, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to another one here on the Coaches Desk. Big up yourself, my people. We appreciate you being here. Please remember, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's talk about Alana Reid. First and foremost, we want to congratulate Alana Reid for winning the women's 100 meters at the Under 20 Championship for Jamaica, continuing the rich legacy in that event where the females are concerned. Big up to her, and she culminated it with a whopping anchor leg for the women's 4x100 meters. So, in essence, she would have been a double gold medalist. So, congratulations to Alana Reid in that one again, because she is doing exceptionally well at these championships to come away with 2 gold medals. Now, let's talk a little bit about her season. I don't think she has been having an awesome season. But the fact is that she went to the Olympic Games. Kudos to her. She's an Olympian. You can't take that away from her. She ran the 4x1 at the Olympics. You know what I mean? So, big up to Alana on that. And she culminated her season with these 2 gold medals. I mean, that is an awesome achievement. That is something good for her. And of course, honestly, the 4x1 anchor leg, she, you know, do a little thing. Yeah, man, the people them say, wait, she learned a thing or two at Star Athletics, yeah? But when you look at it, people, lots of fans, when news broke that Alana Reid will be going to America to train, lots of people were, talking about Alana Reid should not go to that camp because that camp would not be good for her. Especially the fact that she would have needed a lot of time to, fix her technique, even though her past coach in Corey Bennett indicated that, technique is not the thing, because once you run fast, you're good enough. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people think otherwise, because technique allows you to be efficient and utilize a limited amount of energy, especially in that 100 meters. So, I wouldn't agree with that where the technique is concerned. At least aspect of your technique has to be good. And there's no perfect athlete, but you can see where athletes would have been close to that perfection, right? So that being said, after having the season that she had, after looking at sprints, people realized that, this is not good for Alana, and there was a big debate on the channel, talking about, Americans versus Jamaicans, and we were saying that, Americans, the man has one job to do, and it's to coach the athletes. He doesn't look at flags. But after sprint come out, then people they must say, you see me did I tell you no? See me did I tell you no, because yada yada yada, such and such and such, such and such and such. So people even saying now they believe that more and more she should return to the island. You get what I'm saying? But when you look at the situation right now, people, is she coming home? Is she coming home? Because word on the street is that since she was finished with trials, the national trials, she has not left. That's what the word on the street is. I have no proof where that is concerned. But we there, man, who own business, folks. And of course, we learned that it might be a possibility that Alana Reid comes home. What do I mean? Yes, she might be stepping away from the Star Athletics camp and return to Jamaica. But I am putting this caveat in. Since she won at the Under 20, 2 gold medals, will that decision still be the same to return to the island? What are you saying? All right, if she returned to the island, let us talk about the possible places that she could go, because that is paramount, that is important. When you look at a Stephen Francis camp, he has a plethora of talent in that camp, and by all indications, we hear that some more talents, especially on the female side, will be heading to MVP. So quite frankly, a lot more athletes will join the twins, will join Sharika, will join. What's that beautiful young lady's name? From Campion there. Slowly, Crystal Slowly. They will be joining her and more. We're also hearing of the Wolf Pack that will be going up there as well. But when you look at Alana Reid to join that camp, she's a Nike athlete. So when you look at things, that place would be a very good place for her to be, where that is concerned. Stephen Francis, of course. But when you look at it, when Stephen Francis gets his athletes, you have never seen an athlete go to that camp that is outside of, that is already in a contract. I can't recall. You can tell me, but I can't recall an athlete going to Stephen Francis who is already in a contract with Nike. Seeing? So if that is so, you can correct me, people, but I've never seen it. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely would have ruled out a Stephen Francis. But I mean, if he's saying more talent is coming, Alana, of course, is a talent. So certainly you can probably think that, she could be one of those talent that will be heading to MVP. All right, so asterisk right there. When you look at the elite performance, right now, elite has been, with a plethora of athletes. People talk about Kemba Nelson. People talk about other athletes in Shelly Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson-Hera, and such the like. But is elite the place for Alana? Is elite the place for Alana? Worst, that club seems to be a Puma club. And you'd have to have some special arrangement like what happened with Shelly and Fraser Price for them to possibly coach Alana Reid. So I'm not sure if that can happen. There might be clause in whatever that, it probably can happen. But how it stands now, I don't know. So, and people are complaining about Ronaldo Walcott not being the best sprint coach. He's a hurdles coach, and he does well with hurdlers because he got Kerika Hill won, Broadbell won a bronze medal, and he has done well with Rochelle Clayton. So they see him as a more student of hurdling, or a coach of hurdling when you look at things. So that would be out. So that leaves Shaniki, that leaves Freighter, that leaves up by Yui as well, Racers and Swept. I don't know if they would want to send her to Swept. Don't know if nobody would send her to Racers. GC Foster Sprint Tech is out. Michael Freighter, he's a young coach. He's doing well with his athletes, but is there any situation where she's going to have a training partner? And that is critical. Will she have a female training partner at that track club? You get what I'm saying? Then I did mention Shaniki Ricketts. Shaniki have proven where Elaine is concerned. Will she go to Shaniki? When you look on Shaniki also does not have training partners, a female training partner for would have a female training partner for her unless things change. Yeah. But when you look at this is very, very interesting days going forward for Alana Reid. Is it going to be the case where she returns to Jamaica? And if she returns, who will she be training with? That is the key factor. Last place where she trained Star Athletics, she really had like a Shakiri, Twanisha, seeing, and Melissa. These are top athletes. These are athletes that medal at the Olympic Games. So it is something to relish. It is something to think about. It is something to ponder on. Where will Alana Reid ends up? if she returned to Jamaica. People, just share no thoughts, no man. Me know wanna a whole heap of comment me I go look out for now, you know. Until next time, I'm out.
200-meter prelims for men and under 20 boys. The afternoon session will kick off at 3:20.